In this video, I'm going to show you which states pay CRNAs the most amount of money, with and without cost of living taken into account. And best of all, for those of you that are looking to move to California, I'll show you exactly how much CRNAs earn at Kaiser Permanente, one of California's largest hospital systems. But first, we're going to go over what it means to be a CRNA, where and how many hours per week CRNAs usually work, and how long it takes to become a CRNA. And if you don't know me by now, my name is Jason, my wife's name is Monica. We're both nurses in Sacramento, California. We both moved here from New York City about 5 years ago, and we are earning twice as much as we earned when we lived in New York City. And this channel is all about showing you how to maximize your income as a nurse in order to increase your potential to become financially independent and retire early. So if you find this video helpful and you want more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel because it lets me know what types of videos you guys want to see more of. And with that said, let's move on to the video. First and foremost, let's compare the median wage for CRNAs versus other advanced registered nurse practitioners. The median wage for nurse anesthetists or CRNAs in the United States is $195,610. It is the highest paid nursing profession in the entire country. In second place, we have nurse practitioners earning a median wage of $120,680. And nurse midwives come in at third place with a median wage of $105,030. If you guys want me to make a video on the top 10 highest earning nursing specialties, then make sure you let me know in the comments section of this video. So what is a CRNA really? Well, CRNAs work with surgeons, anesthesiologists, dentists, podiatrists, and other healthcare workers to provide anesthesia to patients undergoing all types of procedures, especially during surgery. CRNAs also manage patients' airways or pulmonary statuses using techniques such as intubation, mechanical ventilation, pharmacological support, respiratory therapy, and extubation. In rural hospitals around the United States, CRNAs are sometimes the sole providers of anesthesia. And CRNAs can be in a number of medical settings, including hospital operating rooms, the PACU, the ER, outpatient surgery centers, labor and delivery units, physicians' offices, and dentists' offices. But how many hours do CRNAs work? Well, the average CRNA typically works 2 24-hour-long shifts per week. Some CRNAs may work 8 or 12-hour shifts, but 24-hour shifts is the most common. In many states, CRNAs are also exempt from earning overtime in excess of 40 hours per week. That means that if you move to California expecting to earn overtime after 8 hours in a single day, then you are going to be sorely disappointed. That rule does not apply to you here in the state of California. However, there are some states and facilities that do offer overtime benefits after 40 hours per week. So make sure you look up the laws in the state that you are choosing to work in before you make your decision solely based on the amount of hours you can put in at work on a weekly basis. Before you can practice as a CRNA, your first step is going to have to be obtaining your BSN degree. And this can take an average of up to 4 years to obtain. Then, once you obtain your BSN degree, you're going to have to get your RN license. After obtaining your RN license, step 3 requires that you obtain at least anywhere from 1 to 3 years of ICU experience. At this point, in step number 4, you'll finally be able to apply for CRNA school. Once you're in CRNA school, it can take anywhere from 2 to 3 years in order to obtain your degree. In step number 5, you'll then be able to get certified as a CRNA, and once certified in step number 6, you'll finally be able to apply for your CRNA license. This means that 7 to 10 years after you started your journey, you'll finally be able to practice as a CRNA. Now let's talk about the part that you came to this video for, the highest paying states for CRNAs. But let's first look at what the highest paying states are before you take the cost of living into account. In first place, we have the state of Connecticut with an average annual salary of $276,540. In second place, we have the state of New Jersey with an average annual salary of $263,850. In third place, we have the state of Illinois with an average annual salary of $250,280. And in fourth place, we have the state of West Virginia with an average annual salary of $247,650. Then in fifth place, we have the state of Washington with an average annual salary of $244,730. As we move down this list, you're going to see that Arizona is in last place with an average annual salary of $142,250. But these numbers mean nothing if you don't take the cost of living into account. So that is exactly what I did. In order to make my calculations, I first had to gather all of the salary data from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. I then took those numbers and I put them into a paycheck calculator to see what our after-tax income would look like. I also looked up the average home price in every single one of the states on this list. I then had to look up the average mortgage payments for these homes based on their locations, because every state is going to give you a different property tax value, even if we were to use the same property value for every single state. So in this list, I'm going to show you exactly where these states ranked based on all of the numbers that I gathered. Coming in at first place, we have the state of West Virginia. In West Virginia, like I mentioned before, you should be expecting to earn somewhere around $247,650. After taxes, you will be bringing home $163,646. The amount of taxes you will be paying on a yearly basis is going to be $84,004 per year. This means that you're going to pay about 34% in taxes of your overall salary. But before we take the mortgage into account, you should expect to bring home an average of $6,294 on a bi-weekly basis. This means that your take-home pay is going to be $13,637 per month. Now, the best part, and probably one of the only good things about living in West Virginia, is that the average home price is going to be $132,638. This means that if you put 20% down for a home of this value, you are going to be left with a mortgage payment of $761 per month, which equates to an annual mortgage payment of $9,129. So if you add the annual mortgage payments to the amount of taxes that are deducted from your paycheck, you are going to have to deduct $93,133 from your average annual salary of $247,650 in the state of West Virginia. The amount of money you're going to have left over after your taxes and your mortgage payments are made is going to be $154,517, which leaves you with a true net bi-weekly salary of $5,943, or a true net monthly salary of $12,876. The percent of your income that's going to be going towards your mortgage is only going to be 6%, and the percent of your income going towards your taxes and your mortgage is going to be 38%. Now, let's summarize what your monthly income is going to look like as a CRNA when you take cost of living into account in the 5 highest paying states in the entire country. In first place, we have West Virginia with a take-home pay of $12,876 after you deduct your taxes and your average monthly mortgage payment. You then have the state of Connecticut coming in at a close second place with a monthly take-home pay of $12,347. In third place, we have the state of Illinois with a monthly take-home pay of $12,015. Fourth place, you have the state of Wyoming with a net income of $11,848 after you take into account your taxes and your mortgage payments. And then in fifth place, you have the state of Wisconsin with an average take-home pay of $11,816. But what is one of our videos if I don't go over the 5 worst states to move to if you're a CRNA looking to maximize your income? The 5th worst state to move to is going to be California. You're going to be bringing home $7,653 per month here in the state of California. That's because 61% of your overall income is going to be going towards your mortgage. However, the average annual salary here in the state of California is $232,540. This means that if you compare it to the 4 other worst states, you're going to see that the income earned in California is going to give you a little bit of padding when it comes to bringing home extra money at the end of the month. Then, the 4th worst state to move to if you're looking to maximize your income as a CRNA is going to be the state of Hawaii. In the state of Hawaii, you should expect to bring home an average of $7,419 per month, and you should also expect that about 59% of your income is going to be going towards your taxes and your mortgage payments. The 3rd worst state to move to if you're looking to be a CRNA and maximize your income is going to be the state of Idaho. As you can see, in Idaho, your average income is going to be about $171,790. And in second place, we have the state of Colorado. In the state of Colorado, you should expect to bring home $6,997 after your taxes and your mortgage payments are made. 52% of your income is going to be going towards your taxes and your mortgage payments. But in last place, and the #1 worst state to move to if you're looking to maximize your income as a CRNA, is the state of Arizona. In the state of Arizona, you should expect that your average annual salary is going to be $142,250. You will also have to deduct around 48% of your income for taxes and your mortgage payments. And you should be left with an average of $6,199 per month. Now, in order to drive up the fact of what you can possibly earn as a CRNA, I'm going to share Kaiser's real CRNA wages. If you are a CRNA in one of Kaiser's Southern California hospitals and you are a benefited CRNA, this means that you receive benefits such as health insurance, dental insurance, paid time off, sick leave, etc., then you should expect to earn $97 per hour with 0 years of experience. However, after 15 years working for Kaiser Permanente, you should expect to earn $125 per hour as a benefited CRNA. This means that you'll start with a wage of $242,112 per year with 48 hours of work per week and end with an annual wage of $312,000 per year with 15 years of experience. However, if you're a per diem CRNA, this means that you'd be a CRNA that would only pick up when you're needed. And if you want to know more about the differences between benefited and per diem nurses, then make sure you click on this video here. Anyway, as a per diem CRNA with 0 years of experience, you should expect to earn an hourly rate of $116. Within 4 years, as a per diem CRNA, you should expect to earn an hourly rate of $138. This means that if you're a per diem CRNA and you manage to work an average of 48 hours per week, on a yearly basis in year 0, you will be earning $289,536. Within 4 years, you will be earning $344,448. If you're looking to be a CRNA, but you haven't gotten there yet and you want to be an RN, then you might be wondering what are the highest paying states for RNs. So make sure you watch this video here and see where you can work as an RN and earn what you're worth, especially when you take cost of living into account.